You're constantly challenged by the world to lose yourself in stuff, in things, in objects, in thoughts. Ultimately, it all boils down to the mind. And you're being bombarded. That's the challenge, to stay present. When you find yourself alone, no matter where, the temptation immediately rises to fill that moment up with something. Whether you are alone in your room, or whether you are alone sitting somewhere, maybe you're in a cafe, in a waiting room somewhere, airport, doctor's office, waiting for the elevator. And immediately there's always temptation to fill this moment up with something. Some people cannot tolerate being alone in a room and not be doing anything. Something missing, as they say. In the past, you could pick up a newspaper, or you could turn on the radio or the television. And some people do that immediately the moment they get home. Just can't tolerate silence. Or you can be completely in your mind and say, you're not even there, you just... Let's do something. But nowadays, you're not confined to the radio or the television. The most obvious thing that you interact with is your devices. When you have a moment of being somewhere, almost all humans these days, they get out their phone in order to clutter their mind. Of course, sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes there is an important message. Sometimes it's good to be able to communicate with someone. But a lot of the time, it's no more than clutter, totally not just unnecessary, but extremely harmful. It takes away, continuously obscures presence. It's an addiction. Be conscious of that so that you learn to enjoy a period of being alone without necessarily doing anything, filling this moment up with something. As the famous French philosopher said, I think it was Pascal, he said, all the troubles of humanity are due to humans' inability to sit quietly in a room. That seems at first an exaggeration. If you don't look more deeply, it seems, well, that can't be true. But what does that mean? The inability to sit quietly in a room means to have lost touch completely with the dimension of being. And that is the cause for all the troubles of humanity.